Um, I went to the other thing that goes out, but not this one. I guess this guy is coming. Turn around. There's the lighthouse I went to. That it goes from pavement to real big rocks. They had big gaps between them. A lady talked to me and she said, "Yeah, I was out there." And she said there's graffiti, and I went out there. I took some pictures. It's a bit of a hike out there. It's like climbing a mountain because you're trying to navigate these big rocks, and I had to bring my big lens back because I was afraid I was going to drop it. You could drop it right in those cracks. You'd never see it again. So it was interesting. I guess it's the last event of the day that I do. Last thing. There's people there having fun. Let's see, this is... Let me go back this way. There's quite a few people there, actually. I think it's mostly locals here. People from out of town don't even know about this, probably. We'll go to the rest area now. I can shave. That's one thing I can do. Yeah, there's a lot of graffiti on the inside and the outside. It's kind of it still has the light going, but it's kind of I don't know, it almost looks like an abandoned building. But it's still used as a lighthouse. The top is all that really needs to work. It's a big building, actually. It's as big as a house, maybe bigger. I guess we had a pretty full day. We went to, we left from that Boundary Waters area in northern Minnesota on Gunflint Trail. That took up, I don't know, an hour or so to drive back, maybe more. And then we stopped at Cut, face cut. What are they called? I'm trying to think of it. Face cut. I can't think of what it is now. It's face cut something or cut face. Stopped there for a while, and then I took an excursion on one. And then I went to Silver Bay, and I drove around there, and I went up on there. There's a trail there. I went up on that. That's the one that I thought was closed, and it really wasn't. I spent some time there, and then I went to the rock shop and bought the geode, 2 halves of a geode for $220. And then I dash cammed the upper part of Duluth, the drives that are up in the mountain or the hill there. And then I went to Anger Tower, and I went to the Japanese Gardens, drove downtown through Duluth and back, and tried to find a Red Lobster, which I didn't find. And then I went to Perkins to eat, spent, I don't know, probably $16, including tip on a, maybe more, on a potato pancake and eggs, which were good. I enjoyed it. Even though it was a little too much money, I still enjoyed it. And then I went to the grocery store and got pie for half the price of what you'd get it at, less than half the price what you'd get it at Perkins. And I came out to this Wisconsin Point and walked the 2 of the points out where the shipping is. One of them was a lighthouse. So that's what I did today. And the day's over now. I mean, you could spend the night here too. I'm sure you could. It's probably better to just go to the other one because it's got a nice, I think it's maybe nicer. The one on 2 I think is a little bit nicer. I've stayed there for quite a few years. It's a beautiful place too. I mean, you could stop here and in one of these, I don't know, that might be private land there, but there's a lot of places back here. If that was no longer available, you could come here, which that'll always be available. It's an alternative though. So it's 9:10, still daylight. One thing about that, walking out to that lighthouse, is you would not want to try to do that in the dark. I think it would really be hard. You could do it, but those holes between those rocks are big enough for a person to fall down. You could twist your foot in them or something. So I wouldn't go out there in the dark, and I kind of thought, I better get back before the sun sets. Because it's quite a ways out there. If it was just a concrete walk, it wouldn't be anything, but the way that is, it kind of makes it twice as far. It makes it many times more than twice as far. I mean, you could walk a concrete thing in the dark. That was fun to do, though. Beats watching TV at home, eh? I mean, I do that the rest of the year. I watch a lot of YouTube. I play chess online. I'm not that great at it anymore. I used to be an 800, 900. Now I'm like sixes and the upper part of it is like 6s and 7s. It used to be 8s and 9s. But I still play. They have you play people of your own level. Between 5 and 700, the basic thing that's going to make you play better is mistakes. Catching the other guy's mistakes and not making mistakes yourself. Above 900, it's like once you get to 900,